Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Master Sergeant Robert Tatum, an instructor at the Warrant Officer Training School, and your MC for today's ceremony. On behalf of Major Tanner Allshouse, Commandant, Warrant Officer Training School, we welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Class 2604. In just a few moments, we will have the arrival of the official party. Today, we are honored to have the Air Force Acting Deputy Chief of Staff for Warfighter Communications and Cyber Systems, Brigadier General Joy Kazor. The graduates are in their service dress uniform, symbolizing the ceremonial duties for today. To maintain proper decorum and respect, we ask that you abide by the following protocols. There are times that you will be asked to stand. During those times, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart during our national anthem. Veterans and military members who are not in uniform may also place their right hand over their heart. In addition, please reserve respect during the oath of office. During this oath, warrant officers pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. I will be providing cues throughout the ceremony to guide you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem and invocation.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Good and gracious God, as we gather this morning for the graduation of our Warrant Officer Class 2604, we pause at the start of this ceremony to give thanks. Thanks for the foundational gifts of courage, wisdom, understanding, and right judgment, gifts which have fortified the character of these airmen and pressed them forward in the perfection of their technical expertise so that they may be experienced as a blessing by those they will lead and advise. Moving forward, mission ready into the new leadership role, their character will be tested in times of adversity. In those times, may your Spirit continue to lift them up so that exercising their gifts in service to others, dominance is assured in their given domain. Thanks for the support of their peers and the guidance of their mentors, support and guidance which have enabled them to reach this great milestone in their life. May our graduates see your hand alive in these actions and strengthened by that recognition, never doubt your companionship on their journey. Lord God, thanks for your gracious work through the instructors and administrators of our school. Their sacrifice of time and energy have enabled the gifts of these airmen to be honed. Continue, God, to whisper in the quiet of their soul of our cadre as they seek to wisely calibrate their daily work-life balance. Thanks for the support of significant others, family members, and friends who have traveled here, friends before, during, and after their training, individuals who have walked with these graduates on this demanding journey. Continue to strengthen these relationships so that these warrant officers may find at home a refuge when times are demanding and doors open to celebrate when the time is right. Gracious God, ultimate giver of freedom, as American airmen, we have taken a sacred oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. As we gather this morning, I pray that the commitment, positive spirit, and hope which these new warrant officers embody will continue to grow and strengthen as the years pass. Together as one team, may our actions fortify our great country and bring us closer to a genuine, lasting peace through strength. In your divine name, I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Poole, for that inspirational invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Before we begin, I would like to welcome our official party for today's ceremony. Please hold your applause until all names have been introduced. The Air Force Acting Deputy Chief of Staff for Warfighter Communications and Cyber Systems, Brigadier General Joy Kazor. The Commandant, Warrant Officer Training School, Major Tanner Allshouse, accompanied by his spouse, Miss Megan Allshouse, and Senior Enlisted Leader, Senior Master Sergeant Kaylee McAvaney. We would also like to take this time to recognize senior leaders without whom this day would not be possible. The Deputy Commander, Gene M. Home Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Colonel Matt Tipton. The Command Chief, Gene M. Home Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Chief Master Sergeant Camilla Washington. The Deputy Commander, Curtis E. LeMay Center for Doctrine Development and Education, Colonel Ellen Canup, accompanied by the Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Shireen Taylor. The Commandant, Officer Training School, Colonel Roxanne Toy. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Officer Training School, Chief Master Sergeant Aaron Gufford. The Director of the Air University Foundation, Colonel Joe Panza, United States Air Force, retired. The 8th Command Chief Warrant Officer, Georgia Army National Guard, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Alan Hughes. We would also like to thank all commanders, commandants, chiefs, senior enlisted leaders, staff, friends, and family who have joined us for this special occasion. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today marks a significant day as we honor the dedication of Warrant Officer Training School Class 2604. This class of 36 candidates has excelled through 8.5 weeks of rigorous training and academics, testing the very limits of their physical, emotional, and mental fortitude. This class was made up of 3 flights: Barrow Flight, instructed by Master Sergeant Desiree Cobb and Master Sergeant Ryan Lawrence; Long Flight, instructed by Master Sergeant David Elliott and Master Sergeant Ryan Knight; and Brow Flight, instructed by Master Sergeant Kate Heitenen and Master Sergeant Robert Tatum. Embodying the Watts motto, Mission Ready, these leaders have forged a deep-seated warrior ethos throughout their training, refocusing on the military's core role of winning the nation's wars decisively. This rigorous preparation is foundational to restoring peace through strength, ensuring they will provide a decisive advantage to their units as they prepare to defend the U.S. homeland. Please join me in welcoming the Commandant, Warrant Officer Training School, Major Tanner Allshouse, to the stage for opening remarks.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, distinguished guests, families, friends, cadre, and most importantly, our graduating class. It is my honor to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the Warrant Officer Training School, Class 2604. Today, we have the privilege to recognize the achievement, service, and commitment of the class, but above all else, special moments. There are moments in life that pass us quickly, such as 8.5 weeks at Watts. And there are moments that define us. Moments where preparation meets opportunity. Moments where we stepped from where we were into what we are becoming. For each of our 36 graduates seated before us today, today is one of those defining moments. Years from now, you may not remember every briefing, every inspection, the early morning PT sessions, or even the long academic days. But you will remember the pride and excitement of being appointed or commissioned as a warrant officer in the United States Air Force. You will remember your families, your friends, and fellow candidates who got you to where you are today. You will remember the responsibility that comes joining a corps that is still very much being built. One that you now have the privilege and the responsibility to continue shaping for generations to come. Before recognizing this class, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge several leaders and mission partners whose dedication and vision made today possible. First, I want to sincerely thank Brigadier General Kazor for her unwavering dedication and advocacy for the entire Warrant Officer program. General Kazor has been a true champion for this effort from the very beginning. Her leadership, belief in the value of technical expertise, and commitment to developing this corps has been instrumental into where we are today. Quite simply, we would not be where we're at without her leadership. I would also like to thank Colonel Tipton and Chief Washington for their strong and continued support of our program. Building something new that Air Force requires leaders willing to invest their time, their trust, and their energy. Their support has helped ensure this program continues to grow stronger for every class. I would also like to personally thank the incredible staff of the Warrant Officer Training School. Many members of this team have been here since the inception of the program, helping turn an idea into the world-class institution that it is. In particular, I want to recognize a few of our initial cadre who are departing Watts this summer to continue doing extraordinary things for the Air Force. First, the senior enlisted leader, Senior Master Sergeant McAvenny, and then followed by a few instructors that are departing that have also been here since day one. Master Sergeant Heighton, Master Sergeant Cobb, Master Sergeant Elliott, and Master Sergeant Tatum. Can we give them a round of applause for? Their professionalism, mentorship, and relentless commitment to the excellence has directly shaped every warrant officer that has come through the schoolhouse since day one. The success would not be where it is without them. As many of them prepare for future assignments, I want to personally thank each of them for the impact that they leave behind and wish them the very best in the future. To the families, friends, mentors, commanders, and peers, thank you. Thank you for the sacrifices that you've made, for the encouragement that you've provided during the long days and difficult moments, for the support you will continue to give these graduates begin a new chapter of service. Some of you traveled great distances, and your presence matters deeply. Behind each of our graduates is a team of people who believed in them, stood beside them, and helped them succeed. Today is your moment too. Now for the graduating class. From day one, the class demonstrated something special. Each class has its own unique character, and we see that especially with this class. It did not take long for the staff to see the camaraderie and cohesion that formed in the beginning. In fact, Barrow Flight quickly named themselves as Best Friends Flight. And honestly, it fit. There was a genuine sense of teamwork, mutual respect, support throughout the course that reflected the very best of what we expect from the schoolhouse, and more importantly, as warrant officers in the Air Force. The class demonstrated the character, maturity, and professionalism required of this responsibility. You approached the challenges with humility, competence, resilience, and you supported one another, held each other accountable, and embraced the higher expectations placed upon you. Today, you join the ranks of the 211 warrant officers who came before you. But more important, you now become part of something larger than yourselves, the building of the Air Force Warrant Officer Corps. History will remember the early warrants not simply because they are first, but what you've accepted the responsibility and the challenges of establishing the standard. That responsibility now rests upon you. There will be moments ahead of you that test you, moments that demand the technical expertise, sound judgment, courage, and your leadership. Moments where airmen across the force will look to you to be the professional warfighter, technical integrator, and credible advisor. And I have no doubt this class is ready for those moments. Congratulations to each of you on this remarkable achievement. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we look forward to see the impact that you have across the Air Force. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Allshouse. Senior Master Sergeant McAvinney, please join Major Allshouse on the stage to begin the awards portion of today's ceremony. The Warrant Officer Training School recognizes select individuals for their accomplishments while they were in training. Friends and family, please feel free to cheer for your graduate as they accept their award. Our first award is the Outstanding Contributor, presented to the individuals in each flight who consistently help the team reach its full potential. This award is voted on by the candidates for each respective flight. Winners, please come forward to accept your awards as your names are called. From Barrow Flight, Warrant Officer 1, Michael Kreider. From Long Flight, Chief Warrant Officer 2, Diego Rivera Picarelli. From Brow Flight, Chief Warrant Officer 2, Logan Brammer. Next, we will announce the Commandant's Leadership Award, presented to the graduate who best exemplified the Warrant Officer Training School's whole person concept and demonstrated exceptional leadership and followership throughout the course. The recipient of the Commandant's Leadership Award for Class 2604 is Warrant Officer 1, Michael Kreider. Now we will recognize our distinguished graduates. These individuals have placed in the top 10% of their class, having excelled in academic performance. The distinguished graduates for Class 2604 are Warrant Officer 1, Edwin Evans, Jr. And Warrant Officer 1, Brandon Hicks. Each Watts class includes a top graduate recognized for the highest overall academic performance across all graded measures. The top graduate is Warrant Officer 1, Michael Kreider. Thank you, Major Allshouse and Senior Master Sergeant McAvenny. Please join me in applauding our individual award winners once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today's ceremony, the Air Force Acting Deputy Chief of Staff for Warfighter Communications and Cyber Systems, Brigadier General Joy Kazor.
Good morning, everyone. What a great day. Let me start with saying I am truly honored to be the keynote speaker. I remember attending the first one when the Secretary of the Air Force was the keynote speaker. And I remember the Undersecretary also speaking, so no pressure, right? And I had the opportunity this morning to talk to our newest warrant officers. And gosh, I'm like, this is my real smile for those of you that see me in the Pentagon daily. This is actually what I look like when I smile because I'm so stinking proud of you guys. I know it's not been an easy journey. So I do have some prepared words because as you saw this morning, I'll go off on tangents. And I want to make sure that I have a clear message to the families and all that supported you and as well to all of you. So I'm going to put my readers on so I can see. But again, I just want to say welcome to everyone. Welcome to our distinguished guests and many who aren't here that I know helped make all of this happen, a lot behind the scenes as well. As Major Allhouse said, we kind of created this from nothing, which means the home center I know had to give up talent to make this happen. So huge thanks to all of the leaders here and those that are part of this program. And to the family and friends that are here, and I see a lot of leaders, current leaders, future leaders that they're going to welcome these warrant officers onto their teams. Thank you. And to the families that travel near and far, I know how important family is to this journey. And their journey didn't start 8.5 weeks ago. For many of them, their journey started years ago. And we're going to talk about that. So thank you for your continued love and support to them. I've had the pleasure of watching this program grow from day one. When the previous Secretary of the Air Force said, make this happen, and he gave us less than a year. Less than a year to stand up a program to have the first warrant officer class in December of 2025. And in less than 300 days, which if anybody knows about the Pentagon, nothing moves that fast in the Pentagon. But it took a team from Air University, AATC, the A1, the A6, across our entire Air Force, quite frankly, our joint force. So thank you, CW5, for being here. We leveraged the Army heavily in this, and now we've taken one of their own, CW5 Godwin. Great to see you in that Air Force uniform. Right? It was an all-in joint effort to make this happen. All-in joint effort. We have warrant officers now at Coast Guard PME, and so it's continuing to grow and evolve. See, I've already gone off script. Because I'm so proud of what we've been able to do. And we don't have it perfect, I know that. But again, you're part of a cadre, not just in our Air Force, right? Our joint force has welcomed you into their fold, taking you under their wings. You've met with some of these amazing leaders this past few weeks. You're now part of that, like we talked this morning. So again, I'm excited. You will now make 247 total force warrant officers in our Air Force. Again, so proud. This is probably one of the last official things I get to do in my current role. So, again, thank you. Thank you to all of you. And a special thank you to our families. You know, we're celebrating the accomplishments of these airmen, but I know they couldn't do it without you. The chaplain mentioned it. Major Allhouse mentioned it. Again, I know it personally, how important family is to get you here. To those friends, those coworkers, maybe a few peers or supervisors that nudge them to take this leap and apply. Thank you. You know, our family especially, you don't wear rank, but you serve. I started off my career in the Air Force as a senior airman's wife. And I said, I like this. This looks like fun. I want to join. And now I have an amazing spouse that supports me. He got out after 10 years. So I know how important the family is. So every time I get promoted, he gets the next rank. Because I know families don't wear rank, but you do. You still serve. So he was very happy to get that 2-star rank, by the way. To our silent rank out there, thank you. Thank you for being there on those hard nights and not during just this journey, again, to get them here over many, many, many years for some of them. And for what you're going to continue to do. It's going to be hard. They're going to come home frustrated. You know this. They're going to sometimes feel defeated, like, hey, am I doing the right thing? And I told them the answer is yes. Right? You don't get to success with a little bit of stumbling all along the way. So help pick them back up. So thank you for that. Thank you to our families. And thank you to our cadre and all the leaders that have made this program successful. Because I will tell you, we've heard nothing but success from the leaders that are now have these warrant officers in their ranks. And we've had the opportunity to share that with our Chief of Staff of the Air Force. So they've continued to do well because of the foundation you set for them. And I am grateful for the amazing team that we have. Again, now having our first CW5 in the Air Force as a part of that, and I know we're going to continue to grow that. So to Major Allhouse, to Chief Select McElvaney, to Chief W5 Godwin, and to all the instructors and support staff and everyone in the leadership, thank you very much. Okay, here's where I'm going to try to stay on script, because we talked about this a little this morning, but I know you got to say things a few times for it to sink in. Former teacher here, so we're going to see if you get it this time. But to our warrant officers, we talked today about what you bring to the fight, right? This is a historic milestone, not just in your careers, but quite frankly for our Air Force. This program, as we talked about, is continuing to evolve, and our Air Force is evolving. You all watch the news. We have multiple fights on every day, globally. And these airmen are going to lead in a domain that is global, and I would say also astro-global, if you think of space. And if you think of the need to be able to communicate, to fight. We talked about that. I talked to them about being the bolt. I forgot my real one, so we just got it tatted. It's just so much easier. Right? They are delivering that bolt for the warfighter every day. So you now stand at the intersection of tradition and transformation. We talked about you are part of this change. You're joining a profession forged by generations of airmen who answered our nation's call. And you did it again. You're going to raise your right hand again here in a moment to swear to this new rank and to defending our Constitution. And I want you to think about what that means. But you're also going to help change the future of our battlefield and how we achieve outcomes. Today's battlefield is no longer confined by land, sea, or air alone. Warfare is continuous, it's connected, it's digital. It doesn't happen without the bolt. We are contested across multiple domains simultaneously, and you all are the ones that are going to make a difference. I've seen it. I told them I've had the opportunity to work in joint organizations for 10 years, and our warrant officers are usually the ones that make the difference. That's who I call when I have the hard problem. One of you asked about mentors. My CW5 when I was in 06 Command was a mentor, still a mentor and a friend, my consigliere, quite frankly, I still go to him. You all are now part of that force. You're going to have to help the Air Force and, quite frankly, the Department of War as a whole adapt. We need leaders like you that think technically, adapt rapidly, and make decisions under pressure, which is part of what this program has tried to put you through. Right? It's not been easy, but we need leaders able to integrate technology and human judgment. That's what you're bringing to the fight. And again, deliver the bolt. It requires technical leaders with courage, commitment, and leaders that care about the mission and their airmen. And I think they've proven that, not just in the past 8.5 weeks, but what it took to get them here. And again, family and friends, you helped to set a lot of that foundation and lead them through that. So let's talk about courage, commitment, and caring. That's, quite frankly, that's my life motto and leadership motto. And I offer that to you as you go forward in this journey in helping us transform. And so when we think about courage, you may picture, that bravery of a pilot, maybe a special operator walking into danger, capturing Maduro, just saying, or defender standing watch. But I think courage is a lot more than that. Certainly, that exemplifies courage. But I think of Warrant Officer Evans, 26 years in our Air Force. And he was courageous enough to say, I want more. I can give more. And took the leap to apply to Warrant Officer School, and now look at you, Warrant Officer. It's bringing a lot to the fight. Excited that we get to keep this technical leader in our fight. Or Warrant Officer de Trinidad. Where are you at? And I might have said that wrong. Did you hang by your feet at the leadership reaction course? I did not see that photo in the program, by the way. I've done that leadership reaction course a couple times. It's not easy to begin with. It takes a lot of courage, right? That's why they put you through that. But to hang by your feet, so we'll talk about that later, sir. Courage. But as warrant officers, we talked about this earlier, it's the courage to speak, not to remain silent. It's the courage to challenge assumptions, especially when the mission's at risk. The courage to tell a commander or your leader that something's not right, that there's a vulnerability, there's an issue, whether it's with the mission or the airmen, with a need, with a resource, technical capability, have the courage to speak up. The digital battlefield is moving fast, and the adversary isn't waiting for us to catch up. We have artificial intelligence now, cyber operations, electronic warfare. Again, we see it happening every day. It is a data-driven, decision-making battle space that leaders are asking for more and more data every day. And where do we get that from? The Bolt. Very good. Just let's be on cue. We didn't talk about that earlier. But it's in this environment that courage is not measured merely by where you stand, but it is measured by what you are willing to say, what you're willing to defend, what responsibility you're willing to accept. So as technical experts and leaders, people will look to you. They'll look to you for answers. They'll look to you to help explain an unclear situation, especially when the stakes are high. They're going to call for you. And that's when your expertise is going to make the difference. So in those moments, be courageous. Trust your training, trust your experience, and have the confidence to provide your best advice. But to that, you must also be committed. Be committed to the mission and to the people. Be committed like Warrant Officer Wilson. Where are you at? Yeah. Did you eat 11 bananas?
It's not bananas and orange, man.
Okay, sounds kind of funny, but he couldn't find anything to eat. He knew he needed sustenance, right? Like, this is a rigorous program, and some of you are not young. So good on you for being committed to taking care of yourself. right? Or the commitment of apparently y'all's use of AI. I told them that I get to talk to the Chief of Staff of the Air Force tomorrow about how we're using AI and he wants us to move faster, and this class has already jumped in, right? Your commitment to using technology. So I think Warrant Officer Candidate AI got another top contributor unofficial award. So commitment, they're committed to really seeking innovation. So we need you to do that. So the rank you wear today is so much more. It represents a promise, quite frankly, a promise to your trade craft. Technology doesn't stand still. It's evolving, like we talked about. The systems we are using today, a lot of them are outdated, and we are trying to duct tape and Cat5 them together. And that doesn't make for efficient use of the bolt, right? But you all are going to be the difference. You're going to bring that advantage. Your commitment to continue to grow and learn is going to make a difference. As warrant officers, your value is not found solely in what you know right now, but again, committing to continuously learning, innovation, trying new things. So you're going to bridge the gap. You need to translate complexity into action. You're going to have to connect, be that human lightning bolt that we talked about. Connect those engineers, the operators, the cyber professionals, intel analysts, commanders. You're going to be that human lightning bolt connecting to solve problems and achieve outcomes. America's conflicts are not won on air superiority alone anymore. And I've seen it personally in the recent challenges and activities and missions that we've had. It's information superiority. And as I told them, victory belongs to the leaders that can make the decisions fastest. It's about decision advantage. And that requires technical leaders. Leaders who understand the technology, but also understand the mission. Can bring together teams to solve it, can transform, can advise. Leaders that are committed to excellence, your profession, and making your unit and mission better. But again, it's not courage and commitment alone. This team has showed that they care. You must care. Care about the mission and your airmen and yourself. We didn't get to talk about that this morning. So the BFF flight, where are you at? Truly committed to taking care of each other, but I have no doubt all of you are committed to taking care of each other and your future team and your future mission. So you must care. Care about the mission, but care about your people. It is our people that make the difference, you know that. You need to care about their development, your development, the families that we talked about. Care about that young technician that's struggling to find confidence, struggling to figure out how to help solve the problem. Care about that experienced NCO. Some of you were one of them once. Care about your teammates, your leaders, and care about yourself. We need you. So if it takes eating 11 bananas, care about yourself. Take care of yourself. Set that example. As warrant officers, you're going to occupy a unique space. You're going to be trusted advisors to your commander, respected experts to your peers, but I think the greatest impact you're going to have is being mentors. We talked about that a little today. Mentorship is not just up and down, it's sideways, it's all around. It's external to your community, external to the unit that you're in. You're going to mentor. So someone is watching you. Lead. Someone is learning how you respond under pressure. Set the example. Someone is deciding that they want to be like you. They're going to model you. So I get back to care for yourself. I would say most importantly, when people know you care about them, they trust you. They're willing to listen. They're willing to share. And now you can learn from them and bring them into the fold. So it's not just technology and people. It's not just commitment and courage. You need to care. So take care of your airmen. Take care of your team. Take care of each other. And take care of yourself, because you can't do that if you're not well. You all know that. So I know I'm probably not telling you anything you all know. You have a lot of experience, 26 years. I just got a few on. I don't have a whole lot on you there, Arm Sevens. Right? But we're entering a new era, a digital battlefield. Data's moving fast. Leaders are having to make decisions faster and faster. We're using artificial intelligence. The adversary is using artificial intelligence. You guys are going to be in the middle of this fight. And we need you. We need leaders that can operate in a complex environment, leaders who can understand technical proficiency, complexity, but not losing sight of the human factor, not losing sight of how to bring it together, how to innovate, how to get after outcomes. Leaders that can explain the impossible, solve the difficult, and inspire with confidence. This is why the Air Force has invested in you. This is why this moment matters. You're not simply earning a new rank. You're becoming part of a core of technical leaders whose expertise, I know, is strengthening our ability to deter conflict and prevail in competition. And we will win if called upon for any fight, which, quite frankly, we're in every day. So as you leave here today, remember these 3 principles. Be courageous. Have the confidence to speak truth, solve hard problems, and lead through uncertainty. Be committed. Never stop learning, growing, and advancing your profession, and care. Invest in your people, in yourself, because people are what make us the best Air Force in the world. You are our advantage. If you do these things, I have no doubt you'll continue to succeed. You will continue to help the Air Force fly, fix, and win. So congratulations on your achievement. Thank you again to the family and cadres. Congratulations on your commission as warrant officers in our United States Air Force. May you lead with courage, serve with commitment, and care for the mission and those entrusted to you. And always remain worthy of the trust that our nation places in your hands. Be the bolt and aim high. Congratulations, warrant officers. But before I go, I need to recognize someone. Chief Select McAvaney, come on up. We've been on this journey together for a long time. And I am so grateful for your leadership and the example that you've set. Unwavering. It's not been easy, I know that. We talked about life is hard, accept your hard, right? They're up for the challenge. But you have set that example that we talk about. We didn't know what warrant officers looked like in the Air Force. It was a go-do. And you said, I got this. So we have a lightning bolt coin we give out in the A6. And I want to give you one of those and say thank you. And Chief, I wish you the best of luck in LA.
Thank you, Brigadier General Kazor. On behalf of the Watts Class 2604, the Candidate Commander, Warrant Officer 1 Brett Eady, would like to present you with a token of their appreciation. I would now like to ask the Watts Command Team to return to stage to present the graduation certificates. Graduates and instructors, please take your positions. Friends and family, please feel free to cheer on your graduate as they accept their certificate. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Kyle Ascierto. Warrant Officer 1, Brandon Binkley. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Zachary Bird. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Yoroslav Bolotov. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Logan Brammer. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Christopher Burrows. Warrant Officer 1, Charles Chalk Jr. Warrant Officer 1, Michael Kreider. Warrant Officer 1, Chasten Davis. Warrant Officer 1, Eliu de Trinidad. Warrant Officer 1, Brett Eady. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Shane Eustace. Warrant Officer 1, Edwin Evans, Jr. Warrant Officer 1, Christopher Freites. Warrant Officer 1, Christopher Hess. Warrant Officer 1, Brandon Hicks. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Tyler Hodge. Warrant Officer 1, Eric Campui.
Competition over here, I love it.
Warrant Officer 1, Inauguros Katsaris. Warrant Officer 1, Dylan Coons. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Gabriel Machado. Chief Warrant Officer 2, William Mackins, Jr. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Christopher McDaniels. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Alfonso Mir. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Diego Rivera Picarelli. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Taylor Rubio. Warrant Officer 1, Shane Strack.
I want an order, Strack.
Warrant Officer 1, Christopher Sturgeon. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Philip Thatch. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Carlos Toledo. Warrant Officer 1, Joshua Whalen. Warrant Officer 1, Dylan Wilson. Warrant Officer 1, Brennan Watley. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Lucas Wolf. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Bobby Yarger. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Thomas Yoon. Please join me in another round of applause for all of our graduates. Thank you, Major Allshouse and Senior Master Sergeant McAvaney. Everyone, please rise as Brigadier General Kazor will now administer the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed a warrant officer in the United States of the Air Force. Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United
United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and
I
domestic.
bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
I bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And I take this obligation freely,
And I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
And I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Be the bolt.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Class 2604, please come to the stage for a photo with Brigadier General Kazor.
Should we get everybody's face? All right, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of the Air Force song, followed by the departure of the official party and the graduates.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high to the sun. Here they come, soon to meet our thunder. At them now, give them the gun, give them the gun. Down we die, spouting the flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame or down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
Class 2604, for the final time. Carry on.
Mission ready!
You guys can go this way.